She videoed it. There was some tears, but yeah, it's just a great feeling.
Did you ever think this would happen?
It's not that I didn't think it would happen. I was always hopeful, but I'm 29 now, so I wasn't like, oh, this is gonna happen. I was just like, I'm playing well, like maybe it's gonna happen, but I wasn't expecting anything to happen. Yeah.
And how has it been settling in with the squad here at the camp?
It's been really good. Everyone's so welcoming. There's a lot of names to learn, a lot of directions to get around the facility and stuff. So, bit of information overload right now, but it's been really good so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to change tack a little bit to talk about club football. We've seen had a lot of conversations recently about clubs struggling to support their women's teams, and you've played for clubs all over England, France, the US as well. Obviously, in the NWSL, they're able to support a lot of standalone clubs. Do you think that there's a lot of differences between the NWSL and women's football here? Do you think that maybe there could be more room for clubs to stand alone from their men's teams and have different structures to support the teams?
I think that's a difficult question. I think in England, you can see the success of clubs that have the support of the men's team. I think the stuff in the media right now is when teams sort of don't have that support and like teams aren't all in. In Orlando, we have the same owners as the men's side, which is really good. They give us everything that we could need. And right now there's a lot of investment over there, just like there is over here too. But yeah, I think it can be a good thing and a bad thing. I think over here, a lot of teams share facilities, which could maybe be a little bit better. I don't know that many teams in America that share facilities with the men's team. I think all the teams have access to their own facilities, so I think in that respect it's really good in America right now.
Absolutely. And just finally for me, 7 clean sheets with Orlando so far this season. You've already broken the club record for clean sheets last season, tied it already. Are you going to break it again when you go back in August?
I hope so. I think we have 10 or 11 games left, so I hope I beat the record in those games. Yeah, I have a great defensive line in front of me. Like, they honestly keep me from doing a lot of work right now, so that's always good. But yeah, hopefully.
Great. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Tom? Yep.
Hi, Anna. Nice to speak to you, and congratulations. Just wondering what you feel you've maybe improved on the most in your time with Bordeaux and now in Orlando. Like, what things do you think you've really developed in your game?
I'm honestly quite a shy person, so I think going to France and then America, it's helped me adjust and like get out of my comfort zone a lot. A lot of new environments, different styles of playing, different styles of people there. So I think it's just helped me come out of my shell a little bit. Definitely in Orlando, like I can, like I don't know, like the team just matches, like every single person in the team, like we all match our weirdness, for want of a better word there. But yeah, we all just have like a really good time and we let people be themselves. So yeah, it's been really good.
On the topic of weirdness, have you got an initiation song lined up for first trip with the England team?
I hope we don't have to go down that road, but I don't know yet.
On a more serious note, what's today been like with Mary and Hannah and Kiara? Like, how have you got on with the group?
Yeah, it's been really good. I watched training yesterday, and they're a really good group. And getting to train today, yeah, it's just been really good. They've all been really welcoming, and I think we have a really good group.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Should we go to Catherine first?
Yeah, hi. I just wanted to ask you about Mary, because obviously goalkeeping kind of seems to become hugely popular, perhaps more so than it ever has been in the women's game, and it's always been quite difficult for female goalkeepers with the scrutiny and stuff like that. But we've kind of seen maybe things change slightly, and I just kind of wondered what you think Mary's impact has been on that, but also all the other goalkeepers kind of coming through and the standards and how hard they've become.
Yeah, I think the scrutiny comes from, back when I was growing up and like coming through youth systems and stuff like that, we didn't have a goalkeeper coach. So you're trying to play this position without any real coaching. You just have like the head coach or something like that trying to coach you on something that they might not necessarily have the expertise in. But I think now, like, the girls that are coming through, they're having that coaching. So the standard of goalkeepers coming through is really good, because they're getting the specialised coaching from specialised coaches that know the position, they know everything about it. I think Mary's done a really good job of like pioneering goalkeepers. She's been outspoken about, I mean, what stands out is like the kits, like getting goalkeeper kits and getting names on the back of kits. If like people can't see it, they can't aspire to be that. So I think she's been outstanding in doing that for the women's game and women's goalkeepers.
Is there a question over here? Yeah.
Hi Anna, I just had a question. Obviously, Esme's going off to Washington Spirit, obviously now signing for the MWSL. I wonder if she asked you any advice about going out to America, or whether you think you'll offer her some advice, obviously, because you're playing out there.
Yeah, I mean, she hasn't asked me yet. Maybe she won't, I don't know. But yeah, just go out there and enjoy it. I think the culture out there is a lot different. But yeah, just enjoy every minute and enjoy playing. It's definitely a different game over there, a lot more, like the players are all very physical, very athletic. So yeah, I think she'll get a great experience.
Thank you.
Is there a question behind? No. Should we leave? Oh, yeah. Should we go to Matt at the back?
Hi, welcome. How are you finding it so far?
Yeah, it's been really good. I only trained this morning, didn't train yesterday, but yeah, so far so good.
And the weather?
Bit cold, bit wet.
I want to ask a goalie about watching penalties, because I imagine as a player it's different from watching as a fan, but also as a goalie it's probably different from watching it as an attacker. What did you think of the penalties, the men's game the other night?
I mean, we took 5 really good penalties. I don't think many goalkeepers are getting a chance at stopping them. It's a little bit weird. When I'm watching them, I kind of like try and guess where they're going. Sometimes I get it right, but yeah. And I know Jordan has his little list on his bottle. I'm not really one for doing that myself. I kind of just have it all in my head. I don't want the attackers to know know that I know that they're going one way or the other. So.
What do you think of the mind games? Because we saw a few mind games. Is that something you would do before a penalty, or is that not really your style?
Yeah, I like a little bit of mind games. Not too much, but yeah, I can get on board with a bit of mind games. Yeah.
How are you feeling about going to Norwich and going to Sweden? How are you feeling about those games?
Pretty good. I'm actually excited. I was telling someone else. I'm excited to be back in front of the English fans. The game's changed so much since I've played here, so it'll be really fun to see that growth, number one, and like get in front of the England fans again.
You mentioned the game has changed. This may seem like quite a simple question, so apologies, but in what way for you, when you return to England, have you noticed the biggest difference within the women's game?
I think there's just a bigger fan base. I think, yeah, a lot more people are coming out to games, and I see it from afar. Like, I see, like, the Arsenal women have had, like, so much attendance at the Emirates and stuff like that, and are they having all their games, home games there next season? Did I read that?
I think so.
Yeah, which is, it's incredible. They're selling out a 60,000 seat stadium on a regular basis that they're having all their home games there. So yeah, it's incredible the amount of fans that are consistently coming to the game.
Is it something you'd like to be a part of perhaps in the future, later on in your career?
I wouldn't rule it out. I would definitely consider, if an English team came, I would consider it seriously. Right now I'm just focused on winning the championship with Orlando and yeah, getting that done.
Final one from me. You mentioned the tears on the phone. It's a huge achievement, so congratulations. Is there going to be any family members going to the East to watch the game on Friday?
Yeah, I think my mum is definitely going to be there. Every time I come, well, I landed in Manchester and she wanted to come to the airport, so Yeah, my mum and my brothers and possibly my dad are coming. So yeah.
Enjoy every minute.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Oh, so, sorry, just on the other side.
Hi, just to go back to your first appearance, or your first call-up, I'm just wondering, is it like a graph you can plot on your career? You know, you start and you dream of playing for England and then get to a point where you think, well, maybe it's not going to happen, and then obviously it comes. I mean, how do you describe how you saw your career in terms of that?
I think when I went to France, maybe the exposure wasn't as big as if I stayed in England. But I went to France to play in the Champions League. So Bordeaux was a team that was getting the third place spot in France. So I went over there with Pedro, and like we went into the qualifying rounds for Champions League, and that was a really cool experience. But yeah, the exposure wasn't great over there. We only had like PSG and Lyon were the teams that like we were competing with, and maybe Paris FC. So week in, week out, we weren't playing the best opposition. Yeah, and then as you get older, you're kind of thinking, oh, is this ever going to happen? But yeah, I'm so happy that it's happened, and yeah.
Was there ever a point where you thought, it's not going to happen, I'll just resign myself to the fact it's not going to happen, or do you always have that sort of glimmer of hope?
I wouldn't say I resigned to the fact that it was never going to happen. There was always a small hope that it was going to happen. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'd ever like completely put it off the table, but it was getting smaller and smaller, yeah.
Great, we'll leave it there. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.